A non-Rita wandering through these frigid lands. It takes courage, or perhaps folly, to traverse the forlorn swords alone. Sit, if it pleases you. A warm flame is rare here. The farther north you go, the less life you'll find. Nothing but snow, mountains, and the Dalrita, mourning days long gone. I'm an old Dalrita. I couldn't care less anymore. You, though? You look like someone who's never had to scoop snail roe from a fiend's guts. My advice, leave them be. And if you're fool enough to poke one, run like hell while you still can. They tend to explode. I am Vati. Little else of me is worth knowing. Yet you asked as though you seek some greater tale. Not in my case, stranger. I'm just an old man, exiled from a tribe long ago. You, however, seem sharp, strong, and you're not from here. That much is clear. Now, it's you I'm curious about. So tell me, what brings you to the Forlorn Swords? Well, I'll be. I haven't heard a tale like that in years. And what do you need those cursed trinkets for? A mission, you say, and it must be damn important. I'm afraid, however, that in this ruined village, you won't find what you're looking for. But I know someone who might be able to help. Gerfan. That old codger might finally prove useful to someone for a change. Camelot. They butchered almost everyone from the Gunvaldir tribe. Old Frode, Gunvaldir chief, knew the Camelosians were coming. He called for aid, but no one answered his plea. What a disgrace. And so, divided we fall. Now, his firstborn wages his own war in the south. The Dalrita dare not speak his name aloud. They call him One-Eye now. The last I heard, his people had taken the temple of the All-Mother. Among the Dalrita, there were rumors that their giants had begun to stir. Hard to say how much truth there is to it. Look for yourself. Still sleeping like the dead. Camelot may have feared it, though. A wakened giant would have been just another burden on their already troubled heads. And royalist heads seem far less suited to carrying burdens. That's how I see it. Here? No. What happened here was a slaughter. The battle itself was fought in the fortress, but I wouldn't advise going there. Folks lose their wits there. For as long as I recall, restless Dalrita lingered within its walls, kinless or destined to leave heirs that would not remember their ancestors. But then the Gunvaldir decided to look after them. They claimed the fortress for themselves. No one objected. Gunvaldirs had close ties to the spirits of their ancestors. They took in those forgotten as their own, forging a bond with them. In return, the spirits granted them strength, sometimes even coming to their aid. Frode and his people thought moving the battle within the fortress walls would give them advantage. Well, they all died, so that tells you how it turned out. The only tribe living close enough were the Ulfar, but trust me, most would rather raise a toast to their ancestors than meddle with their spirits. Let the dead remain dead, as they say. It's surprising he's still alive, I won't deny. But I understand how he gathered loyal warriors. The mood in the tribes is sour. Some have had enough. They break away and rally to the banner of the proud warlord. A madman's fight against the oppressor. A romantic vision, isn't it? I was once a scribe, and true to my calling. I live in the past, stranger. I won't tell you anything of value, just old tales and bygone days. I have little contact with the tribes these times. The words of an exiled Darita carry little weight, same as his name. You'd be better off discovering things for yourself, believe me. It will be a far greater lesson than anything I could ever tell you.
Who dares disturb the silence of the stone? Speak, small one, and tell me why you stand before the summoner. Honor, a rare gift from the living to the forgotten. But honor alone does not earn my blessing. Show me your strength, your will, and the bonds you have forged with others. Only then will I lend you the might of the summoner. Alive, dead, such words mean little to a being as old as I. My essence lingers, bound to the stone and the world it once shaped. Speak not of what I am, but of what you seek. Tryggve, the parasite clinging to the pillar. He twists the old ways for his own greed, a shadow of what the Ulfra once stood for. If you wish to rid the world of his corruption, you must prove you are worthy of my power. Call forth your allies, mortal. The summoner respects not lone strength, but the bonds that carry us forward. Together you will face this trial. Fail, and I shall remain silent forevermore. Faced my summons and stood victorious. Few possess the strength to endure and fewer still the bonds to overcome. You are worthy of my blessing. Take it, mortal, and carry the strength of the summoner with you. But know this, my power is not a gift. It is a burden. Wield it wisely, for it binds you to those you fight for. Go now. The giant strength is yours to wield, but their expectations are yours to bear. Do not fail. can only assume that Camelot is no longer what I once built it to be. If it were up to me, the old agreements would still be honored. But if they went through with such an attack, then they must have had a reason. I suspect it was the need to secure resources in case the weirdness thickens. All signs point to that. The men here in Kuanacht, the assault on the Gunvalder, and we don't yet know what else they've done. Don't ask if I would have done the same. We cannot truly know what the situation in Camelot is like now.
Walker in the weirdness, what draws you to this place where stone and life entwine? Speak, and let the truth in your heart fill the silence. Guide you? No, child. I do not guide. I nurture. I protect what is precious, what endures even in the face of ruin. If you wish my blessing, prove you understand the value of what grows, what blooms, even amidst the ash. Mortals are fleeting, but they are also the caretakers of the world I love. Each life is a spark, each bloom a promise. The fate of mortals shapes the fate of all things, child. That is why I care. Thrigva. His corruption spreads like a poison, choking the life from all it touches. If you wish to stand against him, you must show me that you honor life, even as you prepare to battle death. Bring me the fragile. Flowers, the symbol of life's beauty and brevity. Prove that you understand what you fight to protect, and I will grant you the strength you seek. You have shown me your heart, mortal, and it is steady and true. Take this blessing, forged in both bloom and ash, a fragment of what was and what will endure. May it shield you in your darkest moments, and remind you of what you fight to protect. Go with my blessing, child, and let life flourish where you walk.
Well met, traveler. By the stones, you've done it. The blessing of the giants. Do you have any idea what you've accomplished? Forging a weapon from them is the pinnacle of the Stone Warden's craft. It's a feat spoken of in tales but never achieved in living memory. You've brought us to the peak of what we can do, and surpassed even that. It would be an honor to forge this. The giants entrusted their strength to you, and I'll make sure it's bound in steel worthy of their name. Watch closely, for this is the craft of the ages. It is done. Use it with purpose. The strength of the giants is yours to wield. Do not squander it. Well met, Trap. Until next time.
You return, but not as before. I see the giant's blessing upon you, their mark burned into your soul. Why would they favor such a feeble creature? The giants, they abandoned us long ago, left us to rot while they slumbered in stone. Their blessings mean nothing to me. You think their favor makes you worthy to face me? You are nothing. I am the lone pillar, the chosen of the gods. No mortal or giant can unseat me. Enough! Then come, walker in the weirdness. Let us see if the giant's blessings can save you from the wrath of the lone pillar.
tested me. The lone pillar has fallen. But you are no Dalrida. No outsider can carry the mantle of chieftain. The tribe needs one of its own. Speak, conqueror. Who will take my place? Stroner, always meddling, always scheming. Perhaps his heart is stronger than I give him credit for. So be it. Let him carry the weight of the Ulfr. Lead well, Stroner, or you will share my fate. Lead them better than I did. Protect the Ulfr. Restore what I let fall.
You fought bravely, and I have heard your will. Me, the new chieftain? I never sought this, but if that's what the tribe needs, then I'll do my best.
A fine choice, truly. You got the heart for this, and the tribe needs someone like you to lead. You fought for the Ulfr in ways few others have. Let's hope the weight of leadership only strengthens you further. And you've done well, choosing wisely when the tribe needed it most.
I'm humbled, really. I'll make sure our tribe is strong and united, and yes, I'll go to the moot. The Ulfr will have their voice. Thank you for everything you did. We surely couldn't have made it without you. First, I need to get this Thrigvi nonsense out of their heads. That'll be the hardest part. Ulfr might be stubborn, but we're not fools. Once they see Thrigvi dead, they'll come to their senses. Before long, he'll be nothing more than a cautionary tale we tell our children. After that, we honor what the moot decides. If it means war, then we march. And there's nothing the Ulfr love more than battle. Now that you've spoken to the giants and put Thrigvi down, she might finally have a chance to return to herself. I hope the voices are silent now, or will be soon. I couldn't have done this without you. You have my deepest gratitude, and that of every Ulfr. You have my thanks and my respect. It's been a long time since the Ulfr had a reason to stand tall. Thanks to you, we have a reason once more.
I think you lost your way. Turn back and be on your way. This is the village of the Sven tribe. Whatever you're looking for, you won't find it here. Listen, I don't know. I just have orders not to let anyone in. So unless you have real business here, go explore other parts of the swords. You should have led with that. Go on then, and keep it brief.
A face I don't know, that's rare. Counting the years, naming the dead. Stones remember what we forget. Births, deaths, oaths taken, oaths broken. The things that matter more than whoever's shouting the loudest at the moment. Parchment rots, ink fades. Stone stays where you leave it. Even if the village burns, a stone half-buried will still speak if someone listens. Nothing is ever truly gone. You can chisel out a name, but the scar stays. Sometimes scars speak louder than the clean stone. Maybe, but carving is no small thing. Be careful of what you ask to leave behind. Oaths cost more than stone. Be sure before you bind yourself. What oath do you swear? Then, the stone will burden you with names the world forgot. Not all names need carving. Take care.
You picked a damned bad time to show your face here. Outsiders in the village are rarely good news. But now, after what happened, don't you think we have enough trouble without you? Sure, that's what all outsiders say. Until trouble finds them. Anyway, watch yourself. One wrong move, and you'll have more than just me to deal with. Our whole village will be on you. At least, what's left of us. What do you want? We haven't even buried the bodies yet. And you're already sniffing around. Here's some advice. It's not your business, so stay out of it. No. Sometimes we shoot them on sight. Especially if they look like Camelosian spies, showing up right when we're at our weakest. Find the tall rock and... Actually, never mind. No, I don't think you can. No need to linger.
A visitor from outside the tribe, eh? Welcome. I'm Hjarn. If you're after weapons, armor, tools, or simple healing potions, you've come to the right place. Times are hard, so people are cautious, but I've seen plenty in my time. And the Sven tribe has weathered worse and always come out stronger. And I must admit, I'm also somewhat curious about your presence, as it's been a long time since I last traded with someone from outside the Dalrita. Years have passed since one of your kind set foot in the village. That's right, all crafted by my own hands. Don't look so surprised. Back in my day it was nothing out of the ordinary. Everyone in the tribe had to know how to stitch leather, forge knives, and identify herbs. Survival basics. In the old days, everyone was mostly on their own. You could only rely on your own wits and the strength of your hands. I think what matters more now is the tribe as a whole. You can rely on others more, rather than having to depend entirely on yourself. That has its pros and cons. A community gives you strength and a sense of security, But when you're spending a cold, lonely night in the wilderness, it doesn't help much. In those moments, you've got nothing but your wits and the strength of your own hands to rely on. That's true. A strong individual can survive in the wild, but without a tribe, they won't build anything lasting. A tribe without strong people will fall apart quickly. It's good that you understand that. You have the wisdom of someone older. Oh yes, a lot of good warriors died. Svaldir, Vraskin, Irdan. I was lucky to make it out alive. It's the kind of luck that makes you want to thank a god, if it weren't the same god you were fighting. As you can see, I've got a wide selection here, so take your time and look around.
You came late. Some of us stayed. Most of us didn't. If you're looking for survivors, you won't find many. Our god rose and tore the ground open. Half the village went with him. Half stayed behind. Away forever. Into the lands of the eternal hunt. My sons are gone now. Both of them. I buried what I could, and the rest I left to the sky. Now I pray so that I remember how to live without them. I was raised to worship, not to cry. If a god calls you home, you answer. If he leaves you standing, you pray harder. I buried the bodies. I will mend the roof. I will plant what seed we have left. There's nothing else to do. Walk steady.
Who might you be? Are you the messenger of the Stag Father? the one Glirna foretold. If she's right for once, well, that'd be a first. You're a little late, by the way. Can't you see? I won't speak of it further. Not with outsiders. See this? One of those bodies belongs to my son, Jens. He fought bravely, to the very end. May the ancestors grant him a place at their table. May the unrealm of the hunt show him mercy. It's a damn shame his god failed him. You just had to be stubborn, didn't you, kid? Hey, no point wasting breath. What's done is done. Most of the swine tribe is gone. Ah, perhaps that's for the best. The last thing we need is another self-proclaimed prophet causing trouble. As you can see, I've got enough on my plate. I'm Barlam, the chieftain. Welcome to the Svinelands, for the tribe that's just ceased to exist. Let me guess. He wants to call the moot. He's been trying for years, and every time I've had to refuse. Not because I want to. I know the moot is sacred law. But above that law is my duty to protect the tribe. And as you can see, I've failed. The Svine tribe is gone. Not having a tribe is what's holding me back. Can you turn back time? Bring my people back to life? No? That's what I thought. I don't know you. And if Gerfan thinks I'll trust someone from outside the tribes on his word alone, he's showing weakness. Especially now. But I do have a solution. Find Kjell. If she vouches for you, I'll honor the voice of the tribe's request. And I'll let you help us, if that's even possible. She should be nearby. She'll have a task for you, something to prove you can be trusted. Once that's done, meet me here. Maybe then I'll share something more. Have you seen Kjell?